Hi friends, once again welcome back to my channel. Today we will see the last portion of innate immunity. We are discussing the mechanism of innate immunity. Here first we will see the genetic factors. That is the natural immunity. It is also due to some genetic factors. So the immunity differs at different levels. That is, it will be different at species level, racial level and individual level. Based on this we can see three types of immunities: species immunity, racial immunity and individual immunity. First one is species immunity. This refers to the resistance power offered by a species or the members of a species to a particular pathogen. That is, it will be exhibited by all members of a species. So, again, it refers to the resistance offered by all members of a species to a particular pathogen. That is species immunity. For example, human beings, they are highly susceptible to common cold, whereas dogs are not susceptible. It will be due to some differences. That is, it may be due to physiological and biochemical differences between the tissues of different species. Second one is racial immunity. That is, within the species itself we can see different races, and these different races, they will show differences in their susceptibility to infections, and this difference, this is known as racial immunity. So for example, in USA, Negroes, they are more susceptible to tuberculosis than whites. So different races, they are exhibiting different susceptibility to infections. So there is difference in the immunity of different races within a species, and this immunity is racial immunity. Next is individual immunity. That is, differences in innate immunity is shown by different individuals of the same race, and this is known as individual immunity. This can be noted mainly in twins. That is, in the case of identical twins and non-identical twins. That is, identical twins, they exhibit similar degree of resistance to diseases, whereas heterozygous twins, they do not show such correlations. Then other factors, the first factor coming under this is temperature. It is very important in determining innate immunity. That is, tubercle bacilli, it can infect only warm-blooded animals, so that the cold-blooded animals, they are safe. Similarly, hence they are naturally immune to anthrax because of their high body temperature. So temperature, it is mainly a good factor. That is, temperature, it can be used for fever, for therapy. It can be applied for therapy in certain infections. For example, fever therapy can be used in gonococcal infections. So it's an important factor in determining innate immunity. Then inflammation. Tissue injury caused by a wound or a pathogen induces a complex sequence of events in our body, and this is known as inflammatory response. Inflammation is a positive response. For signs of inflammation are redness, swelling, heat and pain. Three major events are occurring in inflammation. At first, arterioles, they constrict and later they dilate, thereby increasing the blood flow. The second event is increase in capillary permeability. It facilitates the fluid accumulation, resulting in swelling. Then increased permeability of capillaries also facilitate the influx of phagocytes from capillaries to tissues. Emigration of these phagocytes is a multi-step process. That is, the margination of these phagocytes to the endothelial wall of the blood vessels occurs at first. Then diapedesis or extravasation. It is the outward passage of these blood cells through intact blood vessels. Then the next step, migration of these cells to the site of invasion. The fourth step is phagocytosis. Then accumulation of dead cells, digested materials and fluids, they form a substance called pus. The chemical mediators of inflammation are acute phase proteins, histamines, kinins, etc. They play an important role in inflammation. They cause vasodilation and increases the capillary permeability. Third factor is fever. Rise in body temperature, it is called pyrexia. It's a natural defense mechanism. Fever destroys the infecting pathogens. It also stimulates interferon production, thereby it gives recovery from viral infections or protection from viral infections. That's all about the mechanism of innate immunity. Hope you understand the session. Thank you.